Whip Studios. That's right. I am back in the driver's seat. I know you're all saying, thank Lord Jesus Christ
you're
himself.
just jealous. That's the only reason you're here. You're jealous. You're jealous. You're peanut butter and jealous, bro.
I do got to say that I am a little jealous. You did handle the ship
right?
quite well last week. I do got to give you credit there, Knock. Back here, though, once again on the Sportscast. We're doing on Thursday today. Thursday Sportscast for you guys.
Just got to stay with us.
Just got to stay with us. There we go.
Life events come into play.
You know, people got shit to do.
Oh, you had to have
Some
your
days,
pool worked on.
I did have to have my pool
That's
worked on yesterday.
important,
Hey, it's
right?
like 95 freaking degrees. My pool better be ready to go for this
Well, I
weekend.
couldn't have your wife just do it. You had to be there.
Do you know how good of a base that I'm building right now? I just have to let everybody know out there because everybody knows about my base and how white I am.
Dude, your pace is like just this side of albino, bro.
Dude, it looks
Guilty.
so good. So good.
Dude, I put a piece of white butcher paper behind you. I still won't see you other than your goatee. But you got a base.
I'm like trace paper, you know? You just put me up and you see right through. I'm looking good, though. I've got a good base. Got flip-flops on today. It's damn hot, Knocker.
It's blazing.
It's
We're
damn
on
hot.
I got it at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
2 a.m. last night.
Mm-hmm.
My phone goes, bing!
What'd you get?
Heat alert warning for your area through June 19th. Are you freaking kidding me? I work outdoors and climb poles, and you're telling me it's going to be freaking blazing hot for the next 6 days?
Yeah,
Are you nuts?
I'm not really one to talk about hot days, considering I sit in an air-conditioned office
you
all
do.
day, so I really
Go home to an air-conditioned house with a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Fuckface dickhead asshole.
I know. I'm sorry, but it's just my job. It's what it entails, you know? So,
Life is good.
I do feel bad for you, but a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, we had the NBA Finals wrap up,
Yes.
the Stanley Cup Finals wrap up, so we'll get to both of those. The Warriors had their parade today, Knock.
Yes, they did.
They had over 1 million people at that thing today.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get it.
That's got to make Trump feel really bad about his
Right.
rallies. He's trying to get 500,000. You just got Warriors win a championship. They got the streets crowded. It's fantastic. So we'll talk about that. KD, LeBron, and Draymond going kind of trolling each other today now.
Of course, why not? It's fun.
With the T-shirts, got
Fun.
a little bit of video, audio to bring your way. So
But
stick around
let me
for
ask
that.
you this:
Yes.
is really sports news so vacant and dry and empty that we really need to know that LeBron shaved his head? Who freaking cares?
Knock.
LeBron shaved his head. Oh, we got to report that. Are you?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
There's nothing more important than the fact LeBron shaved his head.
Knock, it's slow right now.
That's how bad the NBA is. That's what they're looking for. Let's do this. Let's run with that.
It's that lost in purgatory of 2 weeks where all you have is baseball. We're big. I mean, we love our baseball.
It's a tough time for baseball right now.
It's tough. I mean, it's their only limelight time because you got NBA draft coming up here.
Right.
Then you're going to have the NFL offseason, and then you're right in the NFL. So
And I can't wait for September. I'm sorry.
I cannot wait. It's going to be fantastic
for college football.
And speaking of NFL, though, Knocker, I've got your 5 biggest storylines to look for in the next month. So I'm going to bring you guys those in just a little bit. Big news in the world of boxing and MMA, Knocker. We've got an official date set for the McGregor-Mayweather fight. So we'll get into that. That's
How
gonna take
many
place in
suckers
August.
are going to pay $100 to watch this thing? That's what I want to know.
Me. I'm going to.
Right?
I swear. And I know. Is it sad that I know that I'm wasting? Like, I guess I'm not wasting it because I'm really paying more for the pre stuff.
But yeah,
I'm actually paying for the fight because I want to see the press conferences. I mean, I obviously want to pay for the fight.
You want the whole show.
I think the show itself is going to be entertaining. The fight, that's a different question. And we'll get into that in a little bit. We got special guests coming up, Knocker. What time is she calling in?
Oh, we got Ash at Ash Rodriguez. Oh my goodness, she's calling in. Just check that out. Feast
you guys
your
are
eyes.
watching live right now. You grab our video feed.
Feast your eyes on this. Friend of the show from day one, early days. Former Texas cheerleader. She has her own show on ESPN, Deportes.
Deportes.
So she would be calling in at about 7:30 40.
Oh, yeah.
This evening, so stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of fun with her.
Oh, yeah, big time. It's going to be fun. We'll get into a lot of stuff with her. Also, coming up on the show, Knocker, I want to get in a little bit of NBA free agency because we do have the
yeah, that's very intriguing. There's a lot of teams that have a
lot
lot
of
decisions
to
make.
If it's kind of all just fodder out there just to kind of throw names out and get bigger deals for these players. We're going to talk a little Chris Paul. We got maybe LeBron thinking of coming to L.A. There's rumors out there with that.
And the logo moves
my God.
to L.A.
And the Clippers thinking of moving their actual stadium. Knocker. They're going to get out from the shadow.
They should have done that a
is the
long time
Lakers.
ago. Should have done that a long time ago. Absolutely. I think it's great for them.
Are they ever going to get do you really think a stadium's going to change the what we think of the Clippers?
Dude, if I'm the Clippers and I'm running out there and the whole upper bowl is blacked out because we can't sell it out, right?
No banners.
Right? They even had to take down the Laker banners because they complained that, okay, we're running out and there's 15
all you do is see 15 covered
banners, you know, and the hallways are full of Laker memorabilia. Absolutely. You have to have your own identity. You really do. I really think you do. And for teams to come into an arena that's yours. You know, you go to the Oracle, you're in Golden State's territory.
Oh, yeah.
You go to San Antonio, you know you're in San Antonio. You go to Staples Center, and even for the Lakers, it's very sterile, very antiseptic. There's no really intimacy in that building. And I think for a team to succeed, you have to have that. You know, you go to the Rose Garden, you know you're playing Portland, you know, and you're in for a big game, you're in for trouble. The fans are right on top of you. I think the Clippers absolutely need. The Lakers can get by without it because it's L.A. and all this, and they're the big team here.
Right.
The Clippers have to have an arena where the fans are on top of the court, where the fans have an influence on the game.
Are you not worried because we've seen in the past, Knocker, where we've seen, I mean, NBA fans the last couple of years, they've been getting more vulgar, maybe throwing things, maybe getting in players' faces as they're leaving the game. Do you think that's one of the reasons why more of these modern-day arenas are moving the spectators back a little bit, giving a little more room to the players?
I don't think that's it at all. The Staples Center was built, right?
Concert venue.
As a concert venue.
Yes.
To make money.
Yes.
The sight lines for hockey are horrid if you're sitting in the upper bowl. You're 450 feet above the playing surface. The Forum was an absolute perfect place for the Kings and the Lakers to be playing. And I personally wish they would go back. It's just too big. It's too airy. I like going into a place, you know, like the old Boston Garden.
Yeah.
When you walked in the Boston Garden, it was hot. It was sweaty. It was the parquet floor. Fans were on top of you. You know, everybody sweat. I think it's essential.
Do I want that, Knocker, as a 35-year-old guy that maybe has some money, drives, you know, has a nice house in Manhattan Beach? Do I want to go sit a Lakers game in a hot, muggy arena?
No. But see, but the Forum was comfortable enough. It had the AC, but it was built for hockey and basketball and nothing else, right? It wasn't built for concerts. It wasn't built for conventions. It wasn't built for money with 3 rows of suites. There's 3 decks of suites in the frickin' Staples Center.
Yeah.
There's 3 decks of suites. Those people aren't fans.
No.
They're conducting business.
Let's just take it
right?
to most of them.
I'm sorry. But, yeah, Boston Garden, if you're from Boston, they loved it. I want to walk in here and have the other teams just come in here sweating.
What you're saying, basically,
I want intimacy in an arena.
The new stadiums that are being built, because obviously you're not going to just make your money back on the sports. You need to have other events if you're the owner of that stadium. Would you agree?
Now, see, there are exceptions to the rule. I think the stadium in Dallas built it was built just for football and just for football fans. Yes, there's there's the whole row of suites and all that other stuff.
Your big TVs,
but it's built for the fans to be on top of your ass. The stadium at Seattle, that was built just for football. The stadium that's being built in L.A., it's going to be wonderful for the Rams to finally have a place. You know, the RCA Dome actually was really good for the Rams while they played there because the fans. It was built just for the Rams, just to sit there. Your cousin Mark just went to the Indy 500. He went to the Indy Stadium, right? I mean, he's looking around going, it must be crazy in here when there's a football game. I really think the teams need that. They need to have their own identity, their own stadium, and the fans need to feel that they're part of the game. I think that's lost in L.A. I really, truly do.
So we're going to get to that a little bit later. Also in the show, we got the U.S. Open going on right now in golf. Ricky Fowler on the first day, but -7, I believe. He still is the lone sole leader there.
Yes.
DJ Dustin Johnson, the world's #1 golfer, having a little rough time earlier today. I think he's at +3, and Spieth is at +1. So look for them coming up this weekend to kind of make a charge here.
And he ties. Fowler actually tied for the lowest round ever in a
right?
U.S. Open, 7 under.
Opening round.
Nicholas Weiskopf, not necessarily first round, but lowest round for a U.S. Open.
I like the kid, so I like to see him.
I just want to see if he wins what his chick's going to be wearing. I mean, is she going to be in thongs and a halter top again? And
she is just something.
What's up?
She is something else. My God, if
I
had
love
that,
it.
If I had that kind of money,
too much fun.
It's too much fun. It really is. Knocker also come up on the show. We get to Bonehead of the Week. Got a little bit of Louisville news. Louisville basketball program. Rick Pitino. The NCAA came down hard on them earlier today, so we'll talk about that. And this former, I guess you're not former, but he is a basketball player. Arrested with marijuana and arsenal of guns. Did you see this story out on our website? We'll get into that in a little bit.
All right.
Shot of the week coming up after the next break here, so get those in. I've got quite a few because you had a bad day as well, and we've got a nut shot knocker that it might top all of nut shots.
Really?
They had to stop the fight.
What?
A guy's nuts,
Cooney shot?
Imagine your nutsack exploding.
What?
Could you imagine the pain of your nutsack exploding?
Yeah, that's how you were made, but just let's take this a little
No crying?
No.
Is this exploding
no crying
outward and downward,
there's
or
crying when you get
the scrotum splitting
the
and exploding? Is that what you're saying?
When you see a 290-pound Asian sumo guy
just go down?
Just go down like an elephant being shot in the wilderness. Oh, man. Just yet the yelp. Just the scream.
That's
my
awesome.
God, and you don't know what he's saying because he's screaming something in Japanese. So we'll get into all that. You guys can call the show. 626-208-9040.
The phones actually work, too.
Phones are ready to go. We've got Twitter at Sportscast_THN. Again, it's just me and Knocker today. All right, Knock, before we get into all the good stuff, I want to talk a little bit about what's going on between us. There's a couple issues going on here.
Between us?
Well, not between us, but what's going on in our lives. And I want to kind of bring them up on the show, discuss them a little bit. Because,
okay.
Well, there's one thing I know.
I'm not sure where you're going with this.
You've got a big move coming up right now in your household.
Yes, there's a change coming into my household.
Big change. I walked into Knocker's house today.
Total disarray.
Total disarray. It looked like my house when I moved a month ago. I'm like, he's not moving anywhere. What the is going on? Well, Knocker is this is tough because I don't know what I would do as a parent. I kind of want to get your perspective here because I've got a daughter, and if this happened now. A little bit of back history on me. My ex-girlfriend, probably when I was from 19 to 21, I basically lived at her house. I mean,
right.
I basically lived there.
Yes, you did.
Parents didn't care really if I slept there because we were so close and so forth. But now with your son Daniel, a.k.a. Dan Burlington,
right?
His girlfriend of long. I mean, they've been together how many years? I mean, they're literally
like
married.
6 years now.
Yeah, they've been high school sweethearts. Both just graduated college, and. She is going to need a place to stay for a little while. She's in transitions of homes.
Yes.
Her family is. And you opened your door. And so
yes,
you're having your youngest son, Daniel.
I have a 22-year-old female moving into my house. That is not my daughter.
And you think they're going to just have separate rooms?
Oh, God, no. And that's what's so ironic. She spends the night now and stays in Daniel's room.
Right.
Right?
Wait, so what does she need her own bed for?
But now that she's moving in, my wife insists that she have her own room.
Is it just like a mind thing for mom?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It just for
Are
her.
you gonna check on them? Or when you go to bed, are you just like, that's it, my door's shut, whatever happens outside of my bedroom door, I'm oblivious?
Absolutely. Go for it. Do whatever y'all got to do. Remember, your sister Mary moved into Zach's house.
Take that, Jesus.
Okay.
Mary moved into Zach's house sophomore year in college.
Maybe that's the thing.
I wasn't happy with it, but that's just how it went. And I have, their family is in need. And I consider them,
they're close
extended
with us,
family. And they said, hey,
they're in transition
we're in a
homes,
situation. Could she stay with you, for a while?
Is mom tripping?
No.
Because I don't think it's hit her yet. Like, because she's moving in tonight, right? Like, she's literally, this is her first
night
night tonight?
Yes, she moved her furniture in tonight. Yes, tonight will be the first night that she officially lives at my house.
Daniel's going to get some action tonight.
Daniel's doing just fine. But, yeah, it's going to be
So you're not at all worried?
what's there to worry about? I mean, he's been staying at her sorority house 2 nights a week.
Yeah, but are you going to feel uncomfortable now? You can't walk around in your boxers?
Yes, that will be a change. Right?
Yes, if you know my father.
I will have to cut back on my alcohol intake.
If you see the movie Friday, you know the black guy that just walks around, the dad?
That is me.
That's you, but in a Mexican status.
That is me. And I will have to change that. My flatulence, right? I'll have to think about my flatulence.
Anymore,
I can't just lift my leg and blow one out, you know. My alcohol intake will have exactly.
You're just walking through the kitchen getting your coffee.
I can't do that anymore, right?
It's so you, though. Like, you love that.
I do. I love walking, taking 3 steps, lifting my leg like a dog pissing. And
dude, just letting one go.
That's it. Dude. You know, walking out of the bathroom naked, I can't do that anymore.
Can't do that.
And
I know the game changes. Now, what about your sex life? I don't want to get into your sex life.
We're both 58, bro. We've been married for 37 years. What sex life?
You'd be like, Michelle, you need to keep it down.
I have sex when we go to Palm Springs, G. That's
There's a reason he goes every other week.
I've lived in this house probably for 3 years. I've had sex in it 3 times. I'm just saying.
That's fucking
I've had
sad.
more sex in Palm Springs than I've had in my own house.
Oh, that's sad, Knocker.
Just the way it is. But my alcohol intake will have to change. I can't get shit-faced 6 nights a week.
See, so your life's about to change.
It is. It's probably a good thing for me.
It probably is. Another issue I have now. This is with me.
All right.
I talked to you before the show about this.
Okay.
And I want to get the listeners' advice. Again, you guys call the show 626-208-9040. Also, tweet us at sportscast_THN. Now, Knocker, you know this thing called Snapchat.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm sure everyone that listens to the show is familiar with Snapchat. It's where you take, a 15-second video.
Right.
You can post it, and then it's gone within 24 hours.
Right.
Something like that. I have one, but I rarely ever use it. I had a buddy of mine start one up, not going to name names.
Right.
Had one started up, and I don't think he really knows how to use it correctly because I keep getting DMs from him, personal messages where he's just sending the snap to me.
Right.
But I don't think he knows that it's coming to me.
Really? He's hitting a button and he's not sure he's sending it out?
Yeah, and
he can't be sure because the content of what you're about to explain here is little. Really?
Right. Like, you're like, what, Josh? What's the big deal? The dude's just sending you some videos. Well, these videos are, let's just say, of the rated X level.
X-rated content at the river.
Yes. Yes. Let's just say he's a river rat, and if you guys have ever been those who go to the river and
partakes.
Know the women and what they don't wear there.
You've seen more of his wife than you really need to?
Let's just put it that way. He's sending me personal snaps of topless women, including his wife, on his boat at the river. Right. And I'm living vicariously through this guy for the last week.
Go, boy.
Yes, go. I've never looked at Snapchat more, but I'm just hoping he updates.
Every day you're like, update.
Now,
what's next?
my qualm is that, do I tell the man?
Hell no.
No, right?
Hell no.
Do I just let him keep sending me that shit?
Absolutely.
It's kind of...
And then
I feel dirty, but I'm like...
And then if I'm you...
I'm not doing anything. He's sending them to me.
Right. And then what I do is I piece all these 50 seconds into one complete long video. That's what I do.
Just make one big video.
Right.
So my question is to all the listeners out there, you guys podcasters.
Would you inform this gentleman that he's sending me these...
He's a close friend. We've known him for years.
Right.
Good family, has 2 kids. Wife's a nurse. But I feel there's that little devil on my shoulder and that little one, that little angel, and they're just going back and forth battling. I love the way you
described this too. Bangers.
Yes.
She's got bangers.
Oh yeah, I told Knocker. It's like, Knock, it's not just like you're some random chick with boobs. This girl's got bangers. Like, so.
I do think that's something one dude should say to another dude.
No, it is.
No, you don't send him nothing. You let him figure it out.
Okay, so let me know as you guys podcast the show during the week. I want to know what I should do in that situation.
Let this guy know that he's sending X-rated videos on Snapchat
to me. He's DMing them. It's been a good week at the Pacheco household. I'll just say that. All right, Knocker. Let's get into the first news of the day here.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. First thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Just because. This is the first thing I want to do.
Okay.
I want to not get it out of the way, but I want to recognize it for what it is.
Okay.
I want to raise a glass.
Okay.
And I want America to raise a glass.
Okay.
Okay. And that includes you.
Okay.
Okay.
I got one.
I want to raise a glass to Crystal Griner and David Bailey. Okay.
Why does Crystal Griner sound familiar?
Well, there's a Griner that plays.
Brittany Griner? Is that?
Yeah. Right. These are the two officers that were there to guard the congressman on the baseball field when this another random act of violence occurred, and
crazy
Mr.
shit,
Bailey was shot and still continued to try to get out to second base to try and protect this congressman. This is what America's all about. These people are willing to sacrifice their lives for the greater good of this country, and I think they should be recognized. I'm not going to do Shot of the Week, but I want to recognize them right now.
Do you want a little America fuck yeah for them?
Absolutely.
All right, here
they
we
absolutely
go.
deserve it.
America, fuck yeah! So lick my blood and suck on my bones. America, fuck yeah! What you gonna do when we come for you now?
Yeah. So seriously, you know how many people would have been killed if those two guys were
absolutely. It would have been an absolute massacre.
Yeah.
Had these people not been there, returned fire, and risked their lives for people that I don't know how well they know these congressmen or whatever. Right. They're not friends. They're just there doing their job and willing to take a bullet, and that's why this country is great. And these people need to be recognized. And I just wanted to do that. Other than Shot of the Week, just make a special
toast
it
out there
and a special swallow of the alcohol for these two people.
We've got our first phone caller of the day. Let's bring him in. We got unknown number, so I don't even know who this is now.
Oh,
who
I
we
love
got
it.
online with the Sportscast?
This is Cam.
Oh, Cam,
what's up,
man?
Cam?
What's going on,
What's
man?
up, big homie?
Sorry, I couldn't make it. I'm pretty sure that I almost borderline broke my ankle this last weekend, so that's always good.
What happened?
Doing basketball,
Explain.
right?
No, I fell down my buddy's stairs, and I'm pretty sure this is the worst sprained ankle I've ever had. Yes, I was intoxicated at the time. It's bad.
So, Cam, this was you over the weekend?
Hey, remember when QuickTime here passed out in the booth?
Yeah, do you remember that? And then you just went.
I tried to get from the second floor to the first floor. I got there
was
faster
stupid
than
because
I thought.
my buddy had a bunch of stairs, and then there was the bottom was painted a different color, so I couldn't see it anyways. So that's why I just got blackout drunk and then pretty much fell.
I love the youth of America.
I love it too, man.
America's future, right here on the
Seriously,
Sportscast.
Cam. So you're at home. Are you milking that? Is your mommy got some ice on there? She give you some milk?
Dude, I literally have to have I have my grandma go and get me a cane
God,
and crutches and shit because I literally cannot move.
You are so white, Glendora.
Seriously, you
it's
are
scary,
so white,
bro.
Glendora. It's not even funny. It really isn't.
Even kidding, and I've played basketball a lot. This is the worst twist ankle I've ever had. It's
You are
so
one
swollen.
pathetic loser.
I don't know if there could be a hairline fracture.
Oh my God!
Well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this to a person who has broken both of his ankles twice and had severe sprains. This will hang with you for the rest of your life. Welcome to old age at the age of 23, Cam, because that is not going to go away. That will bother you for the rest of your entire life. Just something to look forward to. The more you know.
Cam.
I know.
I
it
feel
was
bad
so
for you.
bad.
So
So I want to give a shit to myself for last weekend.
That's great, Cam. You're calling to give yourself a shit. That's fantastic.
But Cam, the big question is, did you get laid?
Yeah. Did you get laid that night?
No, but I got slapped in the face, so I guess that counts, right?
Slapped
Wait,
in the
you got.
face.
Explain that, please.
Tell me more.
We had to kick my buddy's girlfriend. One of my buddies. I don't know how to really describe her. I guess they're just banging. So, but we had to kick her out because she was being a little too much. And so, of course, I was the guy who said get out, and then she fucking got out and slapped me in the face, and then proceeded.
Wow.
You got slapped by a
You
bitch
tossed
over
a
the weekend,
drunk-
and it wasn't even a bitch you were hooking up with?
Yeah.
Damn, Cam, that's a rough weekend,
Yeah,
bro.
that's because you had
Sprained
a bad
ankle,
I mean,
slapped in the face by somebody else's friend with benefits. I mean,
Cause you had a bad day, you're taking one down.
Damn for Cam.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
What What do you think? I know we haven't talked since last week, though. What do you think of my greatest team ever in the history of the NBA getting it done?
You know what's funny is I've been watching the 30 for 30 in the Lakers, and it's just so crazy how different the game is. Yes. And literally, the Lakers and the Celtics, if you watch them, it's either all post-ups, it's either running out in transition, or they're all mid-range jump shots. They literally did not shoot three-pointers, so it's too hard for me to compare all these teams because the game is just so much different.
No, I agree with you on that, man. And we're going to get into that a little bit later on the show. But what are your thoughts also? I know you're a big Vegas guy. Are you going to be flying out August 26th for that Mayweather-McGregor fight?
You know what's funny? As soon as that fight got posted and I never thought it was going to happen, I literally was looking for tickets to go to the Bellagio or like the Flamingo or something like that. It's like $300 a night, and I'm honestly down to do it.
All right.
Really?
Let's get it going for Cam. Let's get you there.
Mom?
Yeah, Mom, Grandma.
Dana, I really want to go to this fight. You know you love me, right? Could you like...
I mean, I have savings. I have money up. It's just a matter of fact if I want to be broke in the future or if I want to save my money wisely.
I have savings.
Go to the fight, bro. Go to the fight.
Cam, also I wanted to get you because I'm glad you called in, man. You can call the show 626-208-9040. I'm talking with Cam, our intern. Not even our intern. He's just part of the show now.
He's just Cam.
But Cam, what's your thoughts on a couple free agency moves here coming up in the NBA? Do you think there's any real life to the story that Chris Paul would really leave the Clippers and head to the Spurs?
I actually do believe, I mean, the Clippers are loading up with getting Jerry West and everything, but I actually do think that's a realistic possibility with the fact that LeBron's floating out all these stories about that, you know, they need to get more help and, you know, they might trade Kevin Love for Paul George, but I really do think that Chris Paul would consider going to play for the Spurs. It's just a matter of fact if they can collect money, but I'm telling you, I'm going to bank on something right now. I guarantee that Gordon Hayward goes to the Boston Celtics. I guarantee that.
Okay, that's my next question was to you. I know Boston Celtics came out, a little report a couple days ago that they're a real threat to steal Blake Griffin away from the Clippers, but do you think they go the Gordon Hayward route?
I think they go Gordon Hayward only because it makes more sense and he's probably the better player, although they do need that stretch four. But I honestly see them going to sign Gordon Hayward, and then what they're going to do probably is they'll end up trading some future picks or whatever and maybe go get another star or something like that. But they have a ton of draft picks, so they're you know what? They're going to be the Boston Celtics of old very, very soon.
Here's my question to you, Cam. And again, I'm not way deep into NBA, and you know that, okay? Cameron Hayward, how long has he been in the league?
Gordon Hayward's been in the league since, well, he came in 2011, I believe.
I want to say 5 years.
Okay, so he's a 5-6 year veteran, same as Blake Griffin. He's about the same as Blake Griffin, right? Same time in the league, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Little older.
Okay, but pretty
Blake
much the
is
same,
a little
right?
older.
What is his injury history?
I mean, he's had the shoulder, he's had his knee, he's had his fist from when he punched the other guy, the Clippers staffer, the broken hand.
He's the guy
you know
that hit
what?
the staffer?
I think all the injuries have hampered his development, Knocker, but the one thing is I'm not going to take a guy who hasn't improved his game over time. I think Blake Griffin still lacks a consistent post move. He's not a reliable jump shooter. He's more of just a dunker, and he hasn't really shown the ability to stretch out with all the new way the league's playing out, you know? So I would take a pass on him.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you on
Cam,
he hasn't improved his game.
I completely agree with Cam's take on Blake, but
okay.
Go ahead.
I think he's definitely improved his mid-range jumper. I really do. My problem with Blake Griffin is he just gets hurt every year. I cannot commit this kind of money to a guy that just, to me, he's going to get hurt. One way or another, he's going to miss 30 games a year.
He's not
consistent. I think he's on that road, and you know I harp on this. Once you get on that road, you cannot get off it.
I agree.
And the money that he's going to try and command, I'm going to be a little gun-shy, and that's why I asked you about Hayward's history as far as injuries and his age, because it sounds to me like it's kind of a wash. Now, if Hayward can give you more...
Oh, I was talking about, sorry, I thought you were asking about Blake Griffin's injury history. Gordon Hayward really hasn't had too much.
I asked
the only problem with Gordon Hayward is he's just emerged this year. But that
Right.
usually takes guys who have been in the league 5, 6, 7 years.
Well, sure, if
Would
they
you
come in when they're 19 years old, it
Cam,
takes that
Cam,
long.
he's more of a pure shooter, would you say, than Blake Griffin is as well, right?
Yeah, he shot 47% from the field this year. But you even look, and I'm looking at his career statistics. Gordon Hayward's breakout year was finally this year, and he was in that 2010 draft class. So he's been in the league. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is his 7th year. So for the Boston Celtics, I think you're just getting that guy who's hitting his prime.
Right.
I'm going to take you know what? I think Blake Griffin should have been traded a long time ago by the Clippers.
I agree.
I think if they let him go, that will be one of the best things that they've ever done.
I
agree with you, and I'm sorry that maybe I didn't ask the question right, but I was asking about Hayward's injury history as opposed to Griffin's because, if Hayward's a guy that hasn't been injured and he's improving his game every single year, I just don't see why you would want Griffin. Yeah, he's going to give you highlights, he's going to give you those dunks and blah, 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 but as an overall game,
I think Boston
I'm
would
just
eat
not
him
sold
up, too.
on him.
I think Boston, the crowd alone, would eat him up. A couple bad games out of
Right.
Boston, the contract. I just think that's a big atmosphere, a very I guess a media-driven atmosphere in Boston there. I mean, with the Clippers, yeah, you're kind of big, you're in LA, but you're lost with the Dodgers and
Right.
the Lakers and the Kings and
He's
the
been
Ducks.
getting a pass.
He's getting a pass
Yes.
on the way he's been playing. I think he goes to Boston, he just gets eaten up over there.
Now, I'm sorry, Josh.
No, it's okay. Cam, we're sticking with the free agency here. Is there any validity to the fact that LeBron now coming out? I think it's crap. You tweeted it out a couple days ago, and I retweeted because you're right on, man. I think the reports are absolutely ridiculous. I think that LeBron's just setting up the Cavs owner to pay him more when it comes to the time to pay him. LeBron's not coming to L.A., is he?
I want to believe that he's not. You know what? But I honestly, the more and more I keep hearing about it, and the more and more people keep saying about it, it would make a little bit of sense. Only because he does live out here, he's venturing into more capital interest. Besides basketball and off the court and everything. But I honestly think, you just have this Cleveland team, and they're so hamstrung with what they can do right now. Iman Shumpert's still making 10 a year. Tristan's making like 15. So
JR's
even if you
making
trade
good
Kevin
money.
Love, all you could do is trade it for Paul George.
Yeah.
And that's no guarantee that you sign him back. But I think he's just trying to get the owner to do something. But the only problem is LeBron's created this team now, and they're so financially in trouble that they can't make any moves to improve themselves. And that's where the Warriors are going to have them beat over the next couple of years.
So, this is my take on something like this. He's got to be looking to the end of his career and what's going to happen after it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only carrot, if you will, for him to come to L.A. is retirement. Is what's he going to do after he retires? He's
Right.
got to get into the entertainment business if he wants to continue to build his name and be relevant. And L.A. is the place to do it. Now the problem is, Lakers can't afford him, and the Clippers are so just ridiculously strapped as far as the money they can pay.
Mm-hmm.
But I really do think that he's done everything he could do in Cleveland, and if he stays there and they continue to go down and not make the playoffs and blah, 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 it's going to hurt him as a personality per se, right? So you come to L.A., right? You're not expected to win with the Clippers. If you deliver, great, but if you don't, you're still in that L.A. media. You're still making connections. You're still
Right.
a popular guy, and out here, he'll get a pass, right?
I agree. I agree
So
with that.
there is some validity to what you're saying.
I'm going to hop on with Knocker's just comment there and say, Cam, tell me what you think about this. After this series just happened, LeBron losing, I think the whole Michael LeBron discussion, the GOAT discussion, kind of falls off now. LeBron kind of is not really in that conversation, let's say, as much as he was before he lost this series. Knocker, would you agree with that? This kind of dinged him a little bit.
Again, we discussed this before the series. I didn't think him losing would take him down a whole lot, but him winning would have catapulted him above Michael.
Okay.
But the fact that he lost, I think everybody's just going to say, well...
But he's always still chasing that ghost of Jordan,
well,
right?
Of course he is.
Okay, and
but
like you said, with the Cavaliers, you maybe not see him getting better than they actually are right now.
I don't think they will get better.
My only thing where Cam said, the more I hear it, the more I kind of believe it, is because... Knocker, if you're LeBron and you go down to the Heat and you win 2 rings, you come back and you win with Cleveland, which is the Browns of football,
right.
Whatever bad organization you want to put, and then maybe you come to the Clippers with Chris Paul, couple other pieces, and you win one ring later in your career with that team, you've won a ring now with Cleveland and the Clippers.
Different teams. Yes.
That maybe catapults him over Jordan.
Absolutely.
That's one of the reasons I think possibly he maybe goes to L.A. What do you think, Cam?
See, that's why I think it's so funny, and Kevin Durant winning this championship, and he was great and all in Golden State, but I think if Kevin Durant ends up going back to Oklahoma City one day and winning a championship, that championship will mean 10 times more than the 2 or 3 that he's going to get with Golden State. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, LeBron is great. He's obviously in the top 5 right now. I agree with Knocker that he's not. It's fallen off a little, but this series would have catapulted him because this series is, you know, the all-time greatest team supposedly of what we thought. So
agreed, and I think the caveat and the little nugget, right, is okay. Now Jerry West is in control of the Clippers, right? LeBron can come out here, and if there's anybody in the world that LeBron respects as far as getting talent and building a team around him, it would be the logo. Yeah. So then again, there's another little teaser for him to come out here.
Yeah, I agree with you. Hey, Cam, man, thanks for calling in, bro.
No problem. I just wanted to. I saw you guys were on live tonight, so I wanted to give you a shout out and, you know, just tell you how stupid I was this weekend and why I'm not there.
Well, we love hearing your stupidity, man. Again, follow Cam on Twitter. Cam, what's your Twitter at?
CBULLOC1 on Twitter.
He's fantastic. He knows his shit. Works for Fox. Follow
Definitely
him today. He's our boy, Cam. You keep icing that, tell Grandma to get you a shake or something up there, okay?
Make me a sandwich.
Where's
the meatloaf?
Yeah, where's the meatloaf?
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
You gotta love Cam, man.
You gotta love him.
He
knows his basketball.
He knows his shit, so I love having on for basketball. We'll talk a little more
basketball.
basketball.
I do, too, because I don't know shit.
We'll talk a little more Draymond Green trolling LeBron at the parade
love
today.
It.
Gotta love it. McGregor, Mayweather. We got a blimp crashing at the U.S. Open, Knocker.
Oh, the humanity.
We'll be back after this.